Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to speak to you about the Adidas Evo Sl 100km review. Before I dive into the stats and features, if you like this channel, please subscribe and also press the like button and drop us a comment. Okay, 100km review. I've used this as I said, 100 kilometers now. I just want to do a bit of an update on my thoughts and findings on the shoe. Just quickly diving into the stats. 38.5 in the heel with a 32 in the front for a 6.5 drop. It's got a pretty predominant rocker at 70, I believe 70%. So it definitely pushes you momentum forward through the rocker. It's an engineered mesh upper, very breathable, so it's really good for warm climates. On the outsole, it's got obviously the Continental rubber at the forefoot with the Adizero rubber in the heel. I'll just go through my thoughts on the shoe, and first of all, I'll take you from the upper. As I said, with the upper, engineered mesh. I do find the upper, being Adidas, the Adizero range, notoriously their uppers are a little bit narrow. This one here is a little bit wider, but saying that is they are still a bit narrow. It is true to size. I think even if you upsize by half, you would still feel that narrowness in the foot. So I would keep true to size. As I said, with the tongue, it isn't gusseted. It's a bit of a traditional race sort of a tongue, very thin. I think it's a little bit short, but if you pull it hard, it actually pulls up okay. It doesn't tend to move a great deal. The laces are typical Adidas, not very good. Change them out if you want. I've kept them in there, it's been okay. They're not the greatest of laces. In the heel counter, it's a pretty solid. There's a bit of flexibility there, but it's reasonably firm, so it's okay. Look, I don't use the runners, no need to. The only thing that I didn't like on that is where the heel is on the sides there. It is a bit baggy. You do notice that as well, but it is a bit baggy as well. I think because there's not a lot of structure in it, that's why that it is baggy. It really is designed like a race shoe as well, so it is a bit loose. You can't feel it, but it definitely is a little bit loose through there. Working down to the midsole, as I said, it's a full Light Strike Pro. When I first used it, I wasn't sold on it. When you're going at slow, easy paces, it's not very responsive. There is good rebound on it, but it's not very responsive. But when you pick up the pace and go at a quicker speed or a tempo speed, that's when it really comes into its own. I feel with this shoe, definitely it likes faster speeds over slower speeds, definitely. Working onto the outsole, as said, you've got the Continental rubber at the front there. Look, it's holding up pretty well on there. It's getting a little bit smooth in the rear where they've got the Adidas their own outsole. It's definitely worn a little bit more. I am a little bit concerned. I'm a heel striker, heel to midfoot striker. I am concerned on the outsole, and the exposed foam is definitely, there is some wear on the exposed foam on the bottom, and also on the side there. It's come down. Will you get a lot of longevity and kilometers out of this shoe? I'm not too sure about that. As I said, I've only done 100, and I can start to see a bit of wear. But that said, the midsole being the Light Strike Pro will definitely last for a long time. My thoughts on the shoe, what would I use them for? Look, I certainly probably wouldn't use them for a daily trainer. I don't think they're going to be that durable as a daily trainer. I think there's definitely better options out there. I would probably use them more as a speed shoe, and a shoe that, you know, for intervals, etc. With the rocker, it's a very smooth ride at quicker paces. Very enjoyable and comfortable. Look, you could use it as a daily trainer, but I think probably as a daily, looking at the wear that I've got on mine already, I think you'd probably only get 400-500 kilometres out of them anyway. I don't think you're going to get 1,000, so I think there's a lot better choices out there over that. Look, they are designed, I believe, from Adidas as a tempo fast running shoe, and I agree that's what they should be used for. What would I use them for? Look, anything from 5Ks up to, you could possibly, if you wanted to, if you had 1 or 2 pairs of trainers, you could run a half, no problems in them. Would I run a marathon in them? Oh, look, probably not myself, but I think you could get away with it. Look, it's a fun ride at pace. As I said, probably when you're running a little bit slower, it's a little bit boring, but that said is there's lots of cushion there, so they're fine to run in. I did find probably for the first 50 or 60 kilometres, because it's such an aggressive rocker, is my toes were a little bit sore. You couldn't feel the road, but I just found my toes were a little bit sore. Starting to get used to that a bit more now. Just quickly back into the, it's not plated, but there is on the inside there is I believe there's a plastic dog shank plastic plate on the inside. You can feel that it runs, it's hard to see there, it runs basically through there. It's shaped like a dog bone as such, and that's more just to give it a bit of stability. I think if it didn't have that, it would be a bit more unstable, whereas with that there, it's a pretty stable shoe, so I don't think there's going to be any issues at all there. Look, I think it's a pretty good value for money. Look, I believe it's going to be $240 in Australia. Look, I think there's a few slight releases now, but the main release I believe is until next year. Look, I use it also as a lifestyle shoe. I think it's a great looking shoe. Obviously, the little brother of the Evo one. I do like it as a casual shoe. It's very light. My US 11.5 is 260 grams, so it's pretty light, and it definitely feels light. It's a good shoe. I do like it. My only concern is, will I get longevity if I use it as a daily trainer after say 400 or 500 kilometers? Personally, I don't think so. Time will tell. I'll come back and do one more review at it at probably 500 Ks just to sort of see what I got out of it. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and if you like, as I said, if you do like this channel, and I'm trying to grow the channel, please press subscribe and like and drop us a comment. Thanks, cheers, bye.